Good morning, students of Standard 12. Today we are going to study topic DNA and RNA from chapter 6, molecular basis of inheritance. DNA. It stands for deoxyribose nucleic acid. It transfers characteristics from parents to their offspring. Students, DNA stands for deoxyribose nucleic acid. So students, from this term, one thing is quite clear, that the main integral component of DNA is deoxyribose. Furthermore, the main function of the DNA is to transfer or transmit the characteristics from parents to their offspring. So students, there are a huge number of traits like skin color, eye color, hair color, hair pattern. These all are the traits which gets transferred from the parents to their offspring. So let's understand the diagram of the DNA which is given right here. Students, you can see that the DNA is a double helical structure. So students, you can see here the first strand and here you can see the second strand. Students, you can also notice that it is a double helical structure. Moreover, you can find here the nitrogen bases like adenine, thymine, guanine, cytosine, and the hydrogen bond which acts as the DNA backbone. So students, very clearly we can see the components of DNA. The following are the parts of DNA: deoxyribose sugar, nitrogen base, and phosphate group. Students, the integral component of the DNA are deoxyribose sugar, nitrogen base, and phosphate group. Students, let's understand these three integral components of DNA from this diagram. Students, now in this diagram, we can clearly notice the deoxyribose sugar which is represented here, and even the phosphate group which is also represented here. So students, actually these are the deoxyribose sugar and these are the phosphate groups, and nitrogen bases are present in the form of G, C, A and T, where G represents guanine, C represents cytosine, A represents adenine, and T represents thymine. So students, cytosine, guanine, adenine and thymosin forms the nitrogen base of the DNA. The deoxyribose sugar is a pentose sugar group. Since deoxyribose sugar actually is made up of pentose, that is 5 sugar group. Now students, in this diagram, which is actually the diagram of DNA, we can clearly notice the deoxyribose sugar, which is made up of 5 carbon atoms, and that is why it is called as pentose sugar. Students, here even you can find the phosphate group, which is present in the form of PO4. So students, here you can notice this is the PO4, which is the phosphate group. Phosphate group is a molecule of 4 oxygen and 1 phosphorus atom. So actually phosphate group is a molecule of 4 oxygen atoms and 1 phosphorus atom. Since phosphorus atom remains in the center, whereas the oxygen atoms remains surrounding the phosphorus, and which is the phosphate group, which students you can see here is represented by P. Nitrogen group is of 2 types, purine and pyrimidine. Students, so mainly the nitrogen group has 2 types, purine and pyrimidine. Further, purine comprises of adenine and guanine, when pyrimidine comprises of cytosine and thymine. So students, adenine is represented by A, guanine is represented by G, cytosine is represented by C, and thymine is represented by T. And these all nitrogen bases we can find here, students, in this picture: adenine, thymine, guanine, and cytosine. RNA stands for ribose nucleic acid. It is single stranded. So students, here you can notice that RNA is a single stranded structure, which is also represented in this picture. RNA actually stands for ribose nucleic acid. It comprises of 3 parts: ribose sugar, nitrogen base, and phosphate group. So students, these 3 parts forms RNA. In RNA, uracil is present in nitrogen. So students, the most important feature in the RNA is that uracil remains present in the nitrogen base. So students, here in this picture also it is quite clear that uracil is present besides thymine, adenine, and guanine. So students, it is very clear that instead of thymine, uracil remains present in RNA. RNA is of 3 types: mRNA, tRNA, and rRNA. Friends, here if you concentrate, you will be able to find the 3 different types of RNA, that is mRNA, tRNA, and rRNA. rRNA is the most abundant type of RNA. It comprises of 80% of the total RNA. Students, rRNA is the most commonly found RNA. and the total percentage in the cell of rRNA is 80%. Students, here you can notice rRNA stands for ribosomal RNA. Students, it is called as ribosomal RNA because rRNA generally remains present inside the RNA, inside the ribosomes. So students, rRNA remains present inside the ribosomes. So students, this is the diagram of ribosome, where you can find presence of rRNA. So students, we can say that rRNA is the integral component of the ribosome, which is also quite distinctly clear from the picture. tRNA is the type of RNA which transfers amino acid to the ribosome. Students, here we can notice that tRNA represents transfer RNA, which is also represented as tRNA. Since it is a type of RNA, the main function of which is to transfer the amino acid to the ribosomes. Now students, in this picture, if you concentrate, we will be able to notice the amino acid which is present at the top of the tRNA. Students, this is the tRNA. mRNA is the type of RNA which helps in synthesizing protein. So students, mRNA actually represents messenger RNA, and the main function of which is that it helps in the synthesis of protein. Students, here you can find huge number of informations which are required during the protein synthesis, and this is the mRNA. So students, here you can notice that it is also a single stranded structure. Friends, now let's discuss the important question: what are various types of RNA? Answer: the following are the types of RNA: tRNA, mRNA, and rRNA. Thank you, students.